Alongside Brent Hubbs, I'm Austin Price for the Volquest Stock Report, heading into this Georgia game. Stock up for you this week, Brent Hubbs.
Yeah, it's time to roll with the quarterback. Give Joey Aguilar some love, right? He's been everything you'd hoped and then some for me through 6 quarters. We know it all changes, but through 6 quarters of play, completing nearly 70% of his throws, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. He's made good decisions. He's improv'd well on the field. When you think about where Tennessee was in late April to where they are right now with this offense with him at quarterback, I don't know that it has been able to go any better than it's gone for Tennessee through 2 games at that position.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to stock up Mike Matthews. Obviously, he's one of the key targets for Joey Aguilar. And I feel like they tried to force him the ball some Saturday, get him going. He responded. I liked how he ran after the catch. He kind of ran violently. They had that one play early where he kind of gave you like a little Brew McCoy type moment. Obviously, it showed a lot of kind of pent up angst when he caught the deep bomb and just spiked the ball like Gronk in the end zone. I mean, they need him to get going. He's their most explosive wide receiver. I think he's their most talented wide receiver, and he's got to continue to build off what he did on Saturday against ETSU. As for stock down, I'm going to go injuries just because Tennessee's had a lot of weird, like late camp, middle of the week type injuries. You don't know like the status of these players this week. There's a lot of notion out there that Jackson Moy is going to be able to push through and play, but you won't know until these injury reports start coming out. And is he listed as questionable or doubtful or in or out or whatever? Obviously, David Sanders is another perfect example. Tyree Weathersby. Tennessee's got to get healthy to win games like they play Saturday because you can't roll in there with too much inexperience. Moy helping plug up the middle is as big of an injury as anybody on this team. He and Weathersby need to be able to play Saturday against Georgia. Stock down for you.
And for me, it's the drops, Austin. I think to win this game, you're going to have to drive the football. They're not going to give up a bunch of big chunk plays. I don't think that's not been the status or not been the way it's played defensively by Kirby Smart through the years in the SEC, not just against Tennessee, but against a lot of teams. So you got to convert, right? You got to make critical catches. Tennessee had 6 drops last week. Only one by the wide receivers. The others came from the tight end and the running back position. But you cannot have those critical drops because you got to keep the sticks moving. They've got to clean that part up. Aguilar's numbers would have been a good bit better if they'd caught the ball 4 more in the first half.
He had well over 300 yards if they'd caught passes. Stock stagnant for me. I'm going to go with the bright lights because Tennessee's got a relatively young, inexperienced football team, and they performed well. They've taken care of business the way you want them to take care of business through these first 2 games. But this is Georgia. This is at Neyland Stadium. This is 3:30. This is a top 15 matchup. College game days in town. The lights shine the brightest. So who am I looking at? I'm looking at Joey Aguilar. He's been fantastic through 2 weeks. But how does he perform when the bright lights shine? Is he going to continue to shine or no? I think we don't know yet. I think this is a real litmus test game for him. Kind of see what he's made of. You could walk out of there going, oh my gosh, what a steal Tennessee made with that trade in the spring. Or you may go, again, to this point, he's been fantastic. Got to continue to do it. And it's not just Joey Aguilar. There's a lot of young players on this team. Sam Pendleton snapping the football. Obviously, Tennessee's, defense has got several players that doesn't have a ton of experience that they're going to be looking at the lights Saturday to see kind of, how do they perform. So that's stock stagnant for me. Just some unknowns. Stock stagnant for you.
Yeah, for me, those unknowns lie in the trenches. And where is Tennessee at? One, you mentioned the injuries. Where are they at on the defensive line? How healthy will they or will they not be there? But this offensive line has played well. I mean, they have. They've run the ball effectively, 506 yards. They haven't given up a sack. Tennessee's got 8 sacks on the season defensively. How good's their pass rush? How good's this offensive line? I don't think we know, and that's not trying to poke fun at ETSU or Syracuse. We don't know a lot about Georgia as well, but given their competition, but given what Tennessee's got done through 2 games, you have confidence in them. But everything changes on Saturday from a physicality standpoint across the field, but certainly in the line of scrimmage. How does Tennessee handle winning in the trenches from a physical standpoint against this Georgia offensive line and this Georgia defensive line and linebackers? To me, that's the biggest unknown going into this game.
He is Brent Hubbs. I'm Austin Price. This has been the Volquest Stock Report heading into this Georgia week.